Welcome to the W Cup Series Season 7. We're at the famous and historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, for race number 4. We got 25 drivers ready to take on this long 2.5 mile rectangular speedway. And we'll see who can get it done and can help further their chances at a W Cup Series championship. So let's take a look at our starting lineup for today's race. On the pole is Aric Almirola and Austin Dillon to his outside. Then we have Kevin Harvick in the 4 and Kyle Busch in the 18 in row 2. In row 3 we have Brad Keselowski and Jamie McMurray. Then in row 4 we have Paul Menard and Denny Hamlin. In row 5 we have Tony Stewart and his teammate Kurt Busch. Then in row 6 we have Ryan Newman and Dale Earnhardt Jr. And then we have AJ Allmendinger and our race 1 winner Jimmie Johnson. Then we have Joey Logano in the 22 and Kyle Larson in the 42, along with Greg Biffle and Casey Kane. And then we have Clint Boyer and Carl Edwards, along with Chase Elliott and Danica Patrick. And then we have our race 3 winner, Matt Kenseth, with Trevor Bayne. And rounding out the field is our race 2 winner, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. And now let's head trackside to Jared Lewis and Ed Plays for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers,
start your engines!
So there's your lineup. It's a 10-lap race around this long racetrack. 25 cars as it's been all season, and we're ready to get it started. Aric Almirola is on the pole, and we are under green here at Indianapolis. A good restart for that inside lane. Kyle Busch moves into 4th. He looks to the inside of Austin Dillon as Kevin Harvick's going to be able to clear Dillon for 2nd. He's going after the lead already. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact already on lap 1 as Kevin Harvick aggressively is going to be able to take the lead away from Aric Almirola. Kyle Busch now battling Austin Dillon there for 3rd. He's going to have the preferred line and take that position away as our pole sitter Aric Almirola now runs 2nd, 3 wide here, middle of the pack. Jimmie Johnson gets some damage. He's got a big-time tire rub down the backstretch. That could spell trouble for the rest of the field. Harvick continues to lead as we begin the 3rd lap of the race. Jimmie Johnson now is on pit road as he is going to have to get that fixed as we continue under green here on lap 3. And now trouble in the backstretch. Dillon is around. He collides with Brad Keselowski and Denny Hamlin gets caught up as well. And a 3-car crash on the back straightaway on lap number 3 will bring out our first caution of the day as our outside pole sitter Austin Dillon was in it. Let's see what happened again real time. And oh man, a big impact there for the 3 and the 2. And then again with Denny Hamlin. There's no safer barrier down that back straightaway here at Indianapolis. That's a big impact for all 3 of these guys. As you saw, it looked like Dillon got a little loose, maybe got nudged by Keselowski a little bit, and it didn't work out for any of those guys. There's a lot of damage for those 3 cars. They're all out of the race. Jimmie Johnson, though, was able to get that damage repaired. He will restart on the lead lap in the back of the field, so it could have been worse for the 48. Still not a great situation. As everyone else is going to restart here on lap number 5. Harvick still leads. We are back under green, and Aric Almirola did not get a good restart. Kyle Busch drives it in hard. He's going to get loose. He falls up to the outside lane. Paul Menard coming out of nowhere looking for 2nd. He gets a good run around Almirola. He'll move into the 2nd spot as Kevin Harvick, meanwhile, opens up a very extensive lead over the rest of the field. Menard is 2nd. Kyle Busch settles into 3rd. Almirola now is 4th, and it's a good battle for 5th between Jamie McMurray and Tony Stewart. Kyle Busch, though, continuing to move forward. He moves into 2nd. Strong move there around Paul Menard. As the battle continues there for 5th between Stewart and McMurray, Kyle Busch trying to eat into Kevin Harvick's lead. We're on lap number 7 already as they head through 1 and 2. A little wiggle there for our leaders. We got trouble in 2 now. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. to the wall, and Kurt Busch rather is involved as well. And we have a 2-car crash between a couple of favorites that were both running in the top 10. As the yellow was out on lap 7, you can see what happened there. It looked like Dale Jr. was trying to come down in front of Ryan Newman, did not realize that he was not clear, did not get word rather, and he was knocked right up into the outside wall into Kurt Busch. Damage on both those cars as they will be out of the race as well. As we will restart now with 2 laps to go. Kevin Harvick continues to lead. Oh, and a big run there for Kyle Busch. He gets a huge push from Almirola. Kyle Busch now to the race lead as Harvick for the first time today is going to find himself in some traffic. He's into the 3rd position. As we have a lap and a half to go, they head on the backstretch. He's battling hard on the inside, trying to clear Almirola. He does. Now can Harvick track back down Kyle Busch? He's right on his bumper. We take the white flag. Harvick to the inside. Busch blocks him. Contact between our leaders. They come through 2. Busch going to try and shut the door. He gets turned. Kyle Busch spins to the inside. We stay green. Aric Almirola takes the lead. Battle for 2nd. Jamie McMurray now moves into that spot as Aric Almirola is going to come out of nowhere and steal this victory away. Aric Almirola wins at Indianapolis. Kyle Busch races back to the line in the middle of a 3-wide battle as we had a lot of good side-by-side action all the way back there. Kyle Busch will make it back to the line. As we were able to finish this race under green. Let's see what happened on that white flag. Harvick had a huge run. You see what started it is it looked like Kyle Busch really slammed the door on him, and Harvick wasn't having any of it, so he just turned him there in turn 2. I'm sure Kyle Busch isn't happy about that, but he certainly probably saw it coming in a lot of ways, as well as Eric Almirola had a strong car, started on pole today. He wins the race. A big day for that team. Thank you to all of his sponsors. And another strong performance here for Jamie McMurray. He really needed that to get back into the points picture. Kevin Harvick had probably the best car most of the day, led the most laps, but he finishes 3rd. Still a strong finish for him. Could have been a lot worse as on that last lap. Tony Stewart with a good day. He finishes 4th. And Paul Menard with a very strong run. A lot of underdogs having good runs today. He finishes 5th. And here are your full results. Kyle Larson finishes 6th. Casey Kane 7th. Newman 8th. Logano 9th. And Greg Biffle 10th. A good run for a lot of those guys. Carl Edwards with an 11th place finish. Matt Kenseth, who won the last race, he finishes 14th. Tough day for a lot of our past winners this season. You saw Stenhouse and Johnson both finished outside the top 15, as all 5 of these guys were caught up in wrecks, so tough break for all of them. But they still have plenty of time to try and recover. Here are your point standings. Remember, the top 4 will make it into that final race after the race 7 cutoff. And right now we actually have a tie for that position between Kyle Busch and Kyle Larson, but you can see where everyone stacks up in relation to that. Carl Edwards is still atop the points, as he has been for a couple times this season. He's had a good, very consistent run so far for that 19 team. As everyone else, though, you see less than 20 points back for the most part, and that is definitely not too difficult to make up. Just a couple of strong runs and you can be right back in this thing, because all you need to do is be in that top 4 to have a shot at the championship in race 8. And so that was our race. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to follow me on Twitter at DECS Racing for behind the scenes looks and just other random racing related things. Race 5 will be coming in approximately 2 weeks. I'll let you know more about that in the coming future. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.